money now and surviving the crisis right here on News 12 Hudson Valley. Cell phone users in Rockland could soon be hit with a new tax to help bring in money for the county's emergency 911 system. That system routes emergency calls to the right police and fire departments. As News 12's Kim DeVestia tells us, the county executive's proposal is getting mixed reaction.
Absolutely not in these tough economic times. 30 cents is not a lot of money, but little by little this adds up.
Rockland Legislator Frank Sparaco opposing County Executive Scott Vanderhoff's proposed cell phone tax, which would impose a monthly 30-cent tax on all mobile devices. It would raise revenue for the county's E911 emergency response system. If you have a landline, you're already paying the tax, but more and more people are switching to cells only, and hundreds of thousands in revenue is being lost.
Of course we need 911 services. It's a top priority thing, and it should be a top priority thing, and there should be no excuse to say we don't have enough money to run 911 services. It's inexcusable. The money is there. We just need to allocate it properly.
Legislator Sparaco says the tax is not distributed fairly and doesn't account for those who own multiple cell phones. People we spoke with have mixed reactions to the proposal.
Terrible. Those of us who have cell phones will be paying twice. I don't think that's fair.
They should look at other places to find that money. I don't think raising additional fees from the people in the county is really fair at this time.
I think it's probably a smart thing, actually, because if everyone's using their cell phones and this is how you're going to get the money for 911, I mean, it's one of the most important things we have. I would support it.
30 cents is a small bite. I don't think we'll feel that too much.
If approved, the cell phone tax would generate between $200,000 and $400,000 a year. Kim DeVestia, News 12.
Well, a spokesperson for the county executive, Scott Vanderhoff, today told us that his office will provide more information about the proposed 30-cent fee at a public hearing tonight. That will take place at the county office building in New City.
Telephone bill, and you'll see there's a sales tax there to help pay for the 911 system. Been there for years, but so many people are now giving up their home phones and using only cell phones. That means less money for the 911 system, at least for counties that don't impose a 911 tax on cell service. Well, now Rockland County wants to use that tax and add it. And you can just imagine the response. Here's Marcus Solis.
Rockland County's 911 Center, a life-saving operation, but an expensive one to run, about $800,000 a year. The enhanced or E911 system is funded through a 30-cent surcharge on landline telephone bills. But over the last few years, the county has been losing hundreds of thousands of dollars because more and more people are ditching their home phones.
By people shifting over to cell phones, we now run a deficit of about $250,000 to $300,000 a year.
Rockland's budget director and its county executive have proposed adding a 30-cent surcharge to cell phones. The fee could generate up to $400,000 a year, which would be used only for the emergency program. Officials argue this isn't a new tax. They say it simply transfers the existing one to the phones people now prefer.
We're not generating really new revenue. We're going back to where we were a few years ago because of the shift.
New York City, Westchester, Nassau, and over 40 counties in New York already collect the surcharge, which adds up to just $3.60 a year. So what's the big deal? Well, at least one lawmaker says it does add up.
I have a landline, so I pay that tax now, and I also have cell phones for my business and for my personal use, so it'll be a new tax for me and many others.
Frank Sparaco says he believes the shortfall could be made up by cutting spending in other areas. Rockland has been dipping into its general fund to pay for the growing gap in revenue. So what do residents think?
Well, I think they should do it because that's what people's doing nowadays. Everybody's getting a cell phone so they won't have to pay. You know, it's cheaper.
And 30 cents isn't much, but nowadays to some people it is.
There will be a public hearing next month, but if approved, the county could be ringing up the new charges by the fall. In New City, Marcus Solis, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.
There has been an airline slot swap tonight, and it will affect people who book flights in and out of LaGuardia and